After Jesus had been raised from the dead, he appeared to his disciples. He appeared to his disciples a few times. One of these times was by the Sea of Galilee. One day, Peter, one of the disciples were together. Peter and James, Nathaniel, and John, and Thomas and two other disciples were hanging out after Jesus had been raised from the dead. And Peter had an idea, and he looked at all of them and he said, "I am going fishing." And the disciples thought, "Oh, that is a great idea. We are coming with you." And so they all went out to the Sea of Galilee, and they got into their boats with their nets. And they went out into the sea to fish. And it was in the evening. They were all in the boat. And out they went onto the sea to fish. They threw their nets over and they pulled it back in. "Oh, we got absolutely nothing. Let's try this again." And they threw the net again. They pulled it back in. "Oh, we got nothing again. Let's try it one more time." And they threw the net over. And the others said, "Oh no, nothing again." And they were so frustrated. They had been fishing all night, but caught nothing. Then the sun came up, and Jesus was standing on the beach, but they did not recognize that it was Jesus. And Jesus said, "Good morning. Have you caught any breakfast?" And they said, "No, we got nothing." And Jesus said, "Well, maybe you can try throwing your net on the other side of your boat. See what will happen then." And so they thought, "Well, we got nothing to lose." And so they threw their net over onto the other side of the boat. And when they pulled it back in, the net was so full and heavy that they couldn't even pull it all the way onto their boat. John looked at Peter and said, "That is the Master." Peter was so excited that he put on the clothes he had taken off when he was working, and he jumped out of the boat, and he swam all the way back to shore to see Jesus. "Oh, hello!" And the other disciples were also excited, and dragging the full net full of fish along, they came also up to shore. They also came up to the shore. That's not going to hold the net. They also came up to the shore. When they arrived, they had noticed that Jesus had laid out a fire, and he had put some fish and some bread to get ready on it for breakfast. And Jesus told them, "Come and have breakfast with me." And Peter went and helped them pull in and bring some, and Jesus also said, "Bring some of the fish you brought." And they all went and helped get the fish over. So they got some of the fish they had just caught, fresh fish for breakfast. And they all gathered around the fire. Not one of the disciples wanted to ask, "Who is this man?" Because they knew that it was Jesus who had come to meet and help them. Jesus gave them each some breakfast to eat. And this was one of the times that Jesus appeared to his disciples, let's give Jesus something to eat. And this was one of the times that Jesus appeared to his disciples after he had come back to life. And Jesus was alive, and the disciples knew that. And Jesus cared about what they had to eat in their life.